Hello, everyone. I am Andrew Doorman, also known as 12th Kind here on YouTube, and today is an episode of Games and Talk. Um, so first of all, I hope you guys have been enjoying the co-op Let's Play of Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary Edition. That's starring Dan and myself, and so far we've gotten about, I want to say, 14 episodes released, 14 or 15 by the time you get this. The day I'm recording this is the 25th of January. So just working on getting some more episodes recorded tomorrow. I'm pretty sure that'll go well since it's been a while since we last recorded, so we can come back. We're no longer exhausted by recording for several hours at a time, several days in a row, and we can just go back and go in with fresh commentary and new energy for these episodes. Because if you notice, the last few episodes started becoming 20 questions, and that was the only way we could keep our commentary going, was to play a game while we were playing a game. Yeah. So that was not... I mean, in hindsight, it worked, but I wish it didn't have to come down to having to play 20 questions. But what can you do? Let's see. What else is new? We've been doing a lot of behind the scenes work for Fancy Men Productions. A lot of that is just working on possible business strategies, monetization models, sprucing up the Discord server, actually using the Discord server, so that way we can get used to having the different categories and the different channels in those categories, and trying to keep everything going, trying to keep it somewhat active to a degree, even though the only people using it are a couple of my friends, and then Dan and Cannon, and then another friend that I brought on as a moderator. But that friend who's a moderator doesn't really get on much, and I don't blame him, because nothing really happens on that Discord server. So yeah, let's see other things. Well, it's been a while since the last Games and Talk happened, so I can't remember what all was going on there. The fact that we have this Halo Let's Play going, it just says hey, the content freeze is lifted, but getting content out is not necessarily that easy, especially with the schedule where my classes actually require homework, which is a crazy thing, but most of those classes I can do the homework in advance and get myself some free time to work on other stuff. Speaking of stuff, I tried last semester to get Half-Life 2 episode 1 recorded, but it couldn't come out right. And it was because I was trying to use Filmora Screen and Audacity on the same computer, and it's not supposed to work like that. Because basically Filmora Screen captures all the computer audio, and when you have Audacity, it kind of screws with things. So that was a little on the unfortunate side. I have been debating where to put Half-Life 2 Episode 1, either on my personal channel or on Doorman Net Productions. I'm thinking if I put it on Doorman Net Productions, then there's a second series that keeps getting updated. On one hand, that's really great because Doorman Net Productions gets updates. On the other hand, it's not so great because that means there's a fourth series on my plate that I need to work on, because I've got Galaxy on Fire 2 and Minecraft for my personal channel, and now I've got Halo for this channel, and pretty soon I'm gonna have if I do follow through with Half-Life 2 Episode 1, then that'll be a fourth series on my hands. And right now, especially at the beginning of the semester where things are still kind of up in the air and I don't have a set schedule for getting things done, especially when it comes to setting days to where I can just pre-record en masse and also edit and upload en masse. It's just one of those things where it's kind of hard right now to juggle 3 series. The only benefit that I have from Halo Combat Evolved being in the state that it is that we can mass produce episodes. We can mass record episodes in a single day, but it still takes me a while to get through all of the episodes of Halo, and especially with we need episodes coming out next week, or next week as in today's the 25th, but this week in terms of the day that you're watching this, which should be the following Monday. It's gotten to the point where it's like it's record, edit, upload the day before a video is supposed to come out. So that's kind of crazy, because on my personal channel I've got a daily upload schedule, and I'm just lucky that Doorman Net Productions does not have a daily upload schedule right now, because it's just the fact that everything is so crazy is just, I don't want to say absurd, but it's kind of out there, just a bit. This is the first episode of Games and Talk with my new microphone, the Moranis Professional Pod Pack 1. It comes with the microphone, obviously, and a boom arm, which is really nice because now I don't have to worry about hitting my microphone all the time, which I don't know about you guys, but it's something that really bugged me a lot, and I'm pretty sure it bugged you guys as well every time I would bump the microphone. So hopefully you can hear the difference between this and the Samsung Go mic. The Samsung Go mic picked up everything, whereas this Moranis Professional Pod Pack is only picking up my voice and very, very loud background noises only, which is definitely a plus. So let's see. As far as what kind of stuff gets recorded for Doorman Net Productions, I'm not 100% sure. Aside from Halo and possibly Half-Life 2 Episode 1, I don't know what else is going to be happening, because Canon has been very busy with college, and so is Dan, and I guess pretty soon I will also be busy with college. There might come a time where Doorman Net Productions has to take another content freeze, like kind of a break, and there might be a point where Doorman Net Production just needs to get shut down, because we've got Fancy Man Productions, and then depending on who you ask, some of us might have part-time jobs, the rest of us, some of us might have to work on some additional college stuff, or move, or something crazy could happen, and it would take a lot of production away from Doorman Net Productions. And with Fancy Man Productions being a channel dedicated to non-gaming stuff, things like short films, skits, podcasts, Andrew Jordan's What's New, stuff like that, that stuff requires more effort than a Let's Play, because a Let's Play you can pre-record everything en masse. With a skit, or with Andrew Jordan's What's New, or with a podcast, you can't pre-record that, because then it just seems weird, disconnected, especially Andrew Jordan's What's New, because that show requires news that comes out that week, more specifically that Sunday before it's recorded and released. So it's just one of those things where it's really crazy, and so just trying to balance our personal stuff and Fancy Man Productions and Doorman Net Productions is all up in the air. So yeah, whew, it was it's been a crazy time so far. Um, Hopefully things will become more manageable and I will be able to do more stuff, but until then I'm not entirely sure. Um, this summer though, if I don't okay, I'm talking about Half-Life 2 episode 1 a lot because it's been on my mind. Like I don't normally acknowledge that it's on my mind all the time, but it really is because it's like it's a series that I really want to do, but the I don't want to say my computer can't handle it because it can. The problem is that I get better results for this particular kind of series, where I kind of want my commentary and gameplay audio tracks to be separated by Fraps and Audacity. It's something that I feel like needs to wait until I come home from the summer, and then it'd just be like a summer series. But until then, like, you know, we've got a gap between, Halo and Half-Life 2 Episode 1. And so that kind of gap is what I'm kind of worried about. Just because, just looking at everything that needs to get done, it's one of those things where I'm kind of concerned about the content gap, because if there's one thing I'm terrified of is, if you haven't guessed it already, a content gap. Just because I'm trying to see what works, what doesn't. To quote Cave Johnson, we're throwing science at the wall and seeing what sticks. I'm pretty sure that's a quote. I'm like positive, like 75% sure. Oh man, holy crap. Things are just crazy. If I haven't said that already, which I did several times already, but things are kind of crazy right now. On top of that, I'm just looking at, what my schedule will be like when I transfer, because I'm transferring universities, so I can be at home and I don't have to worry about housing. And the university I'm transferring to requires a commute, so just trying to look at my schedule as a whole and trying to like stack all of my classes on like 2 days a week if I can help it. Because I doing that commute every single day is probably gonna kill me. And I don't want that commute to kill me, so I'm gonna see what all I can do. So hopefully that'll come out work good, and who knows, maybe I will be able to produce way more content than I can right now. Certainly I have a hard time producing anything, because normally the people I don't want to say I don't have as many friends here than I do back at home, but that's pretty much the case. And it's like back home, like I've got like a laundry list of friends who want to and are able to help me produce all sorts of non-gaming videos like skits, sketches, and whatever. So yeah, all this fun stuff is happening right now, and I'm pretty sure I just bumped the mic. Yep, I see the little spike. I totally just bumped the mic. That's great. I feel like I need to address 3 Days of Metroid, but at the same time, I don't think anybody... I think people have forgotten until I've just brought it up right now. But the fact that I say 3 days, it was supposed to be 5 days. And then it just kind of fell apart when I tried recording the 3DS. That was a project that did not get executed well at all. It was great on paper. It was great in theory. But in execution, it was horrible because it was a rush to get videos out. It was like, I don't want to say the quality was bad, but it wasn't, how do I, because it wasn't necessarily bad. It just wasn't good. it wasn't up to my standards. And so it's like I look at 5 Days of Metroid, and I just look at it and go, that's a blemish on the channel, because it's like there was already another blemish, and that was the Fallout 3 Let's Play that just got halted back when this channel was my original personal channel. And so it's just like you can see the growing pains all over the channel, and it's kind of insane. But like you look over at, my personal channel, and it's like I don't want to say I know what I'm doing over there, but I have a fairly decent idea as to what I should be doing and what I am doing. So it's just all this crazy stuff. Honestly, I don't know how to put this. There very well could be a very real possibility that Doorman Net Productions might undergo a hiatus that is an undetermined amount of time. It could be like a few months. It could be a year. It could be 2, 3, 4 years. I don't know, because especially with the fact that I'm moving back home, that spreads us out even farther. Because right now, there's Dan and I in the dorm, and then Cannon is about like an hour and a half, 2 hours away. And so, we're kind of disconnected there. And then when I move back, we'll become even more disconnected. And so it's just going to be a hot mess. So it might be that I try to do personal projects to keep it afloat, or we might just let it hibernate for an undetermined amount of time. Both of these are very real possibilities that could be happening, especially with the fact that the Terrible podcast has been officially moved over to Fancy Man Productions, along with Andrew Dornan's What's New. The episodes that have already been released are still on this channel, and they will remain on this channel. It's just that new episodes will be uploaded to Fancy Man Productions and also our website. So it's one of those things where it's kind of hard to like process the fact that one of your channels is going to have to be shut down for an undetermined amount of time, but that's what's going to have to happen, unfortunately. So yeah, let's see. Today's just been the bearer of bad news. Just like, here's all the things that are going decently, and here's the reason why this channel might stop producing videos for a long time. Oh man. So yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Real quick, Ken and I were working on Tenkai Nights Abridged, but I can't. Currently, I haven't been successful in getting the video footage off the disc and onto my computer, because this disc has a special form of copyright protection that isn't found on most anime discs, which is something that I find hilarious. But I think I might have found a workaround, but I'm not sure. I'm still gonna have to check that out. So, like, the first abridged project for Fancy Man Productions is on its own hiatus because I can't get the footage, or at least not in the way that I originally anticipated. So yeah, there's all that fun stuff. Yeah, I think I've managed to get you all caught up on what's been happening, especially since there hasn't been one of these update videos in a few weeks. So I thought I should just give you a heads up on what's happening and what might happen to the channel. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, or in this case listening, because I don't know how many of you actually watch the video, because it's just random gameplay footage. But yeah, I will see you guys hopefully next week. If not next week, then a later week. All right. Bye bye.